Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsaf Parekh and here are the top stories of the day. A new round of Gaza ceasefire talks has begun in Qatar and the talks have entered their second day today. The talks are being hosted by Qatar, Egypt and the United States. Israel has sent the chief of its intelligence agency, Mossad, and other officials. Meanwhile, the Hamas representatives did not attend the discussions on day one. The death toll from the Hamas-Israel war in Gaza has breached the 40,000 mark. Israeli military says that its forces have eliminated 17,000 Hamas men in Gaza. Meanwhile, Hamas's military wing has released a video purportedly showing Israeli soldiers being targeted. According to Hamas, the video is from the Indonesian hospital in southern Gaza's Rafah city. The video shows Hamas men striking alleged Israeli soldiers inside a building. The Yemen-based Houthi group has vowed to give an inevitable response to recent Israeli strikes. The group's leader, Abdul Malik al-Houthi, called the response a religious, moral and humanitarian obligation. He said that the Houthis will also avenge the killings of Hamas leader Ismail Haniyeh in Iran and Hezbollah commander Fouad Shukr in Lebanon. Ukraine has set up a military office inside Russia's Kursk region. This comes after Ukraine's surprise incursion into the region earlier this month. Kyiv's top military commander, General Oleksandr Syrsky, says that the office will, quote-unquote, maintain law and order. It's also supposed to meet the immediate needs of the population in the Ukraine-controlled territories. Ukraine says it has captured 102 Russian soldiers in a single sweep in the Kursk region. The Ukrainian authorities posted a video allegedly showing dozens of prisoners. Kyiv claims that the Russian commanders fled the battlefield and left the soldiers behind to be taken captive. This would mark the largest group Ukraine has taken prisoner since the war began. Meanwhile, the Russian Defense Ministry has released a video allegedly showing a group of Ukrainian soldiers captured in the Kursk region. Moscow says that the prisoners of war belong to the 80th and 82nd Air Assault Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces. The Russian Defense Ministry also says that its forces have regained control of the settlement of Krupets in the Kursk region. A Russian Tu-22 strategic bomber crashed in Siberia during a training flight. The crash killed the plane's pilot and left 3 others injured. According to preliminary information, the crash was caused by a technical failure. Russia has sent 447 goats to the North Korean city of Rason. The Russian agricultural safety watchdog said that the goats will help with North Korea's food shortages by providing dairy products to local children. The goats have been exported from Russia's Leningrad region. They are a part of the first batch of farm animals that Russia is sending to North Korea. Meanwhile, North Korean leader Jong Un has reaffirmed his commitment to strengthening ties with Russia. The remarks were made during North Korea's Liberation Day yesterday. Kim's response followed Russian President Vladimir Putin's congratulatory note, highlighting the enduring bond between Russia and North Korea forged after World War II. Police have arrested 5 suspects in actor Matthew Perry's death case. The arrested accused include 2 doctors, the actor's assistant. According to prosecutors, the actor's assistant worked with the doctors to provide him with the drug ketamine. The prosecutors say that the accused tried to profit from Perry's well-known substance abuse issues. 3 out of the 5 accused have pleaded guilty to drug charges, while 2 others arrested on August 15th have not pleaded guilty. Matthew Perry was famously known for his role as Chandler in the popular sitcom Friends. Sweden and Pakistan have confirmed their first cases of Mpox. This is the first time that the viral disease has been reported outside Africa. In Sweden, the infected person was earlier in an outbreak-affected part of Africa. Meanwhile, Pakistan says that the infected person had recently traveled from Saudi Arabia. The World Health Organization has declared Mpox a global public health emergency for the second time in 2 years. Thai lawmakers have elected Paetongtarn Shinawatra as the country's youngest prime minister. She's the daughter of former premier and billionaire Thaksin Shinawatra. The 37-year-old is Thailand's second female prime minister after her aunt. The vote for the new premier followed the ouster of Srettha Thavisin. He was removed as prime minister by a court for appointing a cabinet minister with a criminal conviction. The Indian Space Research Organisation has successfully launched an Earth observation satellite called the EOS-08. The satellite was launched with the third and final development flight of the Small Satellite Launch Vehicle, or the SSLV-D3. The launch took place this morning at the Satish Dhawan Space Centre in the South Indian state of Andhra Pradesh. The mission is expected to boost ISRO's commercial arm. In climate news, Tropical Storm Ernesto has strengthened into a Category 2 hurricane. The hurricane is headed towards the British territory of Bermuda. Ernesto is expected to hit the island by Friday. The hurricane has already battered the Caribbean island of Puerto Rico, leaving over 600,000 people without electricity. Large waves hit Hachijo Island near Japan's capital, Tokyo, as the country braces for Typhoon Umpil. Japanese authorities have now categorized Umpil as a very strong typhoon. The typhoon is expected to move towards the eastern Kanto region, which includes Tokyo. Over 4,000 houses in Tokyo's neighboring prefectures were left without power on Friday morning. Hundreds of flights have also been cancelled, affecting over 100,000 passengers. Authorities have issued a heavy rain alert in multiple Indian states. Intense downpours are predicted for the states of Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand and Uttar Pradesh until August 21st. Meanwhile, light showers are expected along with thunderstorms in India's capital, New Delhi. Torrential rain has battered Spain's Balearic Islands. Heavy downpours caused severe flooding. Evacuations have also been ordered. Over 50 flights were cancelled across multiple airports in the Balearic Islands. Local authorities have issued warnings in the region amid the risk of heavy rain. Floods in Chad's northeast province of Tibesti have killed at least 54 people. The flooding was caused by incessant rain. Tibesti's governor says that most of the dead or missing people are believed to be gold miners working in the province. Firefighters are battling raging wildfires in 3 provinces of northwestern Turkey. Wildfires broke out in the Kanakkale, Bolu and Manisa provinces. The governor of the Bolu province says that around 100 hectares of land have been burnt. Meanwhile, the wildfire in Manisa has been raging for 3 days. On to business and tech news. US lawmakers are demanding that Meta reveal the details about the opioid and illegal drug ads on its social media platforms. This comes after media outlets reported over 450 ads on Instagram and Facebook selling various illegal drugs. 19 US lawmakers have written a letter to Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg. The letter accuses Meta of defying its own community guidelines. The US Congress members have told Zuckerberg to provide a response by September 6th. Meanwhile, 2 US lawmakers are demanding a probe against the Chinese Wi-Fi router maker TP-Link Technology. The lawmakers have written a letter to the US Commerce Department. They say that TP-Link's routers could be used in cyber attacks against the US. They claim that TP-Link and its affiliates pose potential national security risks to the country. The Chinese social media platform TikTok has refuted the US Justice Department's claim about its data use. The US Justice Department had earlier said that TikTok allows the Chinese government to collect US user data, which poses a national security risk. However, TikTok says that its user data is stored in the US on cloud servers operated by Oracle. Chinese e-commerce giant Alibaba's quarterly earnings have missed market estimates. The firm reported approximately $34 billion in revenue for the April to June quarter this year. Alibaba's revenue from its Chinese e-commerce unit fell by 1% during the quarter. Meanwhile, income from its international e-commerce unit rose by 32%. Analysts say that weak consumer spending in China is hurting Alibaba's earnings. Google is expanding its artificial intelligence search tool to 6 new countries. The tech giant is launching the tool in Brazil, India, Indonesia, Japan, Mexico, and the UK. Google's AI overview provides a summarized response to user search queries. It was launched for US users in May this year. However, plans to expand it to other countries were scaled back after the AI tool provided some inaccurate responses. U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell will address the Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium next week. The annual event is one of the longest-standing central banking conferences in the world. Fed chiefs often provide information about future monetary policy directions at the symposium. This year's event comes amid speculation that the U.S. central bank may cut interest rates in September. The European automaker Stellantis has been sued by its American shareholders. The lawsuit accuses the car maker of hiding its business weaknesses from investors. It claims that the firm concealed its high inventories, which led to a significant drop in the firm's shares. Last month, Stellantis reported a 40% decline in profits for the first 6 months of this year. This resulted in its stock price falling by over 9% in subsequent trading sessions. The Indian EV maker Ola Electric has launched a new series of motorcycles. The firm has unveiled 3 electric bike models called the Roadster, Roadster Pro and Roadster X. Ola claims that its Roadster X model can travel up to 200 kilometers on a single charge. The bikes also come with advanced driver assistance systems. The launch comes days after Ola Electric listed its shares at the Indian stock market. American defense firm Lockheed Martin has announced plans to acquire satellite manufacturer Terran Orbital. The Florida-based Terran works on high-performance, modular space vehicle designs. The deal is estimated to be worth $450 million. Lockheed Martin says that Terran will bring a broader range of capabilities to its space program. American retailer Walmart has raised its annual sales outlook after reporting strong quarterly earnings. The firm's international sales rose by 8.3% to $30 billion between April and June this year. Walmart's sales in the US increased by 4.2% during the quarter. Meanwhile, Walmart's e-commerce business grew by 22% in the US. Moving to sports, we start with cricket. Former Australian captain Ricky Ponting says that the English batter Joe Root has the capability to surpass Sachin Tendulkar's record. Ponting's comments came after Joe Root crossed the 12,000 run mark in tests against the West Indies. He has scored 12,027 runs in 143 tests, with 32 centuries and 63 50s so far. The English batter has become the 7th highest scorer in tests. Indian cricket legend Sachin Tendulkar leads the table with 15,921 runs from 200 tests. Meanwhile, the West Indies bowled South Africa out for 160 runs on the opening day of their second test match. The West Indies pacer Shamar Joseph took 5 wickets. However, the hosts had a shaky start to their first innings as they struggled at 97 for the loss of 7 wickets after the end of the day's play. South Africa's Wiaan Mulder picked up 4 wickets and will lead the charge on the second day. Australian pacer Spencer Johnson will miss the T20 series against England and Scotland next month. Cricket Australia says that Johnson sustained a side strain while playing in the 100 competition in the UK. The 28-year-old left armour will return home for further assessment and rehabilitation. He will be replaced by all-rounder Sean Abbott. In football, the new Premier League season kicks off today in England. In the first match, Manchester United will face Fulham at Old Trafford. The league comprises of 20 teams, each playing twice across 38 match weeks. The top 4 teams at the end of the season automatically qualify for the UEFA Champions League. Last season, Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool and Aston Villa secured the top spots. Meanwhile, Manchester United manager Erik ten Hag says that his team is not ready for the Premier League season opener. Ten Hag said that Manchester United has many new transfer players this season. He said, and I quote, "The team is not ready, but the league starts and more managers have this problem. We can't hide, we have to deal with it." During the summer transfer window, United saw players like Noussair Mazraoui, Lenny Yoro and Joshua Zirkzee leave the team. German midfielder Marco Reus has signed up for LA Galaxy on a 2.5-year deal. Reus joined the Major League Soccer club after leaving the Bundesliga club Borussia Dortmund last season. He played for Dortmund for 12 years. Reus scored 170 goals in 429 games for the German club and captained it for 5 years until 2023. In tennis, Germany's Alexander Zverev became the first player this season to earn 50 tour-level wins. Zverev beat Karen Khachanov 6-3, 6-2 at the Cincinnati Open yesterday. The German dominated throughout the 78-minute clash. Zverev will play the Spaniard Pablo Carreno Busta in the third round of the tournament. Meanwhile, at the women's event, third seed Aryna Sabalenka opened her campaign with a win. She defeated Italy's Elisabetta Cocchiaretto 6-3, 6-4. Sabalenka had missed Wimbledon and the Paris Olympics due to a shoulder injury. Australian breakdancer Rachel Gunn has addressed the backlash she received after her performance at the Paris Olympics. In an Instagram post, Gunn expressed her devastation over the online backlash that she has faced. She stated that she worked her butt off preparing for the Olympics and gave it her all. Gunn also pleaded for privacy for herself, her family and her friends. The US gymnast Jordan Childs says that she's heartbroken after being stripped of her Olympic bronze medal. Childs was awarded the bronze in the floor exercise in Paris. However, the Court of Arbitration for Sport later awarded her medal to Romania's Ana Barbosu. Childs said that the decision feels unjust. She also mentioned that the racial attacks that she's faced on social media have added to the hurt. Taylor Swift performed on stage for the first time on Thursday after her concerts in Vienna were cancelled. Swift's shows were cancelled due to a terror attack threat at the venue in Vienna. The singer's London concert marks the end of her record-breaking Eras tour. Taylor Swift invited the American singer Ed Sheeran to perform with her at London's Wembley Stadium. Both the singers performed together on their collaborated medleys. Swift and Sheeran shared warm hugs and ended their performance with the song Thinking Out Loud. The American singer Katy Perry will be awarded MTV's Video Vanguard Award. She will also get a performance slot during the September 11th awards show. The singer's awaited performance will take place 9 days before her new album 143 releases on September 20th. Global pop stars Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars released their new duet titled Die With a Smile. The song features a vintage-themed music video. Both the singers confirmed their collaboration on social media hours before the duet got released. Hollywood actor Nicolas Cage will portray the role of legendary football coach and sports commentator John Madden. Amazon MGM is producing a biopic on the football coach titled Madden. The film will be directed by David O. Russell. He said that the biopic will be about Madden's humanity, joy, and intelligence. Hollywood actor Camila Mendes is set to star in Masters of the Universe. The actor will be playing the role of Teela. Nicholas Galitzine will play the role of the blonde barbarian He-Man. The movie is going to be directed by Travis Knight for Amazon MGM Studios and Mattel. Bode Mayo, the creator and head writer of X-Men 97, claimed that he lost the writing credits for the season's second show after sharing a gay pride post. Soon after that, Marvel stated that the writer was terminated in March 2024 due to his egregious misconduct. Mayo reportedly violated his termination agreement. NBC is turning New York's Rockefeller Center into a haunted house. The Tonight Show host Jimmy Fallon and the team behind Universal Studios' Halloween Horror Nights is also helping in the project. The company will be launching Jimmy Fallon's Tonightmares next month, which is a haunted maze experience. NBC says that it will bring the nightmares to life with haunting sets. The finale of Boys Season 4 hit the #1 spot on Nielsen's US streaming rankings for the first time ever. The Boys outspaced the viewership of shows like House of the Dragon and Cobra Kai. The Boys finale also recorded 1.3 billion viewing minutes just after its release on Prime Video. Rapper and producer Justin Riley, also named as the Beat King or Club Godzilla, has died at the age of 39. His manager confirmed the news on social media platform Instagram. Beat King was best known for his song Then Leave, which went viral in 2020 on the social media platform TikTok. That's all for this episode of Fast and Factual. Thank you for watching and stay tuned to Firstpost.